I'm the creator and performer of Text Roulette, which is a reality game show which helps people with their tricky text messages, one message at a time. It's hard to know what to say sometimes. Maybe you've got a message that you want to send to your crush, they're telling them that you can't stop thinking about them. Maybe you need to tell your partner about this little STI that you picked up over the weekend. Maybe you need to tell your housemates that their sexy role playing is a little bit too loud. Or maybe you want to tell your mum that you hate her new tattoo. Whatever the problem is, you can sign up to play Text Roulette. People sign up online and they make sure that the person that they're texting is anonymous, and they confirm that the person that they're texting will not feel threatened by receiving a text message from them. On the night, you can choose to be anonymous with a mask and a code name, and people hand over their phone, explain their problem, and I will draft a text message with them live on stage. I've got a live feed camera which captures the text message that we're writing together so the audience can see what we're doing, and the audience are encouraged to call out and share what they think should be sent or not. At the end of the text message, the participant chooses whether they want to send it, save it, delete it, or ask for a sign. If they ask for a sign, they get a go on this spinning device, which they don't have to obey because it's just a magnet on a string. The show is inspired by my very first paid writing gig, which was composing sexts for my friends in high school. I used to write saucy text messages for my friends and charge them 50 cents if they let me send them without looking it, or $2 if they wanted to edit it beforehand. It's also inspired by my mum, who is famous for snatching phones out of people's hands to help them better articulate what they want to say, and then sometimes pressing send even if they weren't ready. I'm not a counsellor or a therapist. I'm just an artist who wants to help people send their tricky text messages one person at a time. Why am I doing this? I am interested in ideas around advice and communication, and the fact that we have these little computers in our pockets that we can use to communicate with anyone around the world at the speed of an internet connection. But it's still so hard to know what to say sometimes. We still all struggle with finding the right words, or with finding the courage to say what we really feel or what we really need out of an interaction. And I'm interested in the idea of advice, of who we get advice from, of who we seek advice from, and how we take that advice. I'm interested in ideas around agency, of how we can outsource communication or outsource decision making. And I'm interested in the idea of reality TV and our interest in true tales told vulnerably. I'm also interested in creating a sense of togetherness in a room and creating performance that needs the audience to be part of it, that needs liveness, that needs a sense of face-to-face interaction. And I'm interested in creating places where people can tell their own stories and get immediate feedback, hear laughter, hear gasps, so we know that we're not alone. I've helped people come out, their friends. I've helped people get dates. I've helped people start the tricky process of breaking up with someone. And I've helped people find love. One participant I had wanted to tell her father that his new partner was overshadowing their relationship, and she felt like they didn't know each other anymore and weren't communicating. So together we wrote a text saying, next time we hang out, can we hang out one-on-one? And I really miss you, and I miss talking to you, and I feel like I don't know you very well anymore. And he responded during the show saying, I love you. Next time we hang out, absolutely it will be one-on-one. We'll have some drinks, we'll have some dinner, and no conversation topic is off the table. I care about you so much, and I want you to know me, and I want to know you. It was beautiful. Another person I had wanted to text her parents and say that she had started seeing a therapist, and she was really worried about how they were going to react because she didn't want them to think that it was their fault or they'd done anything wrong raising her. And again, they responded saying, we're so happy, we had been worried about you, but we didn't know how to tell you, and we're so proud of you for doing something that is good for you. I had one audience member who at the end of the night wanted to have a go at sending a text. She had a crush on a woman. She had never texted a woman about romantic feelings before. We helped her draft a text, she sent it, and 10 seconds later, she called her. So it went really well. Sometimes during the night, people get a response from the person that they've texted and they can choose to share that or not, but it's really exciting when they do. In between the participants, I play games with the audience where they can either call out their answers or text me from the stage. The games are about sharing their experiences with tricky, funny, sad, bizarre text messages and the people that we send them to. The whole show creates a real feeling of community and a really good chat about the way that we communicate. Text roulette suits an intimate venue. It doesn't need to be presented in a theatre space, but it can be. It can be presented in a gallery, in a bar, or in other spaces where people naturally want to gather. It suits an audience of up to 60 people comfortably because it's really important to create a sense of intimacy for the show to feel warm and fuzzy. Text roulette suits a technology-savvy audience, but given the themes, it also suits an audience who is a bit technology suspicious. It's a perfect mix of live, performance, and digital media, so it suits audiences that are interested in both of those things. The themes invite a discussion around technology and communication and our use of technology in order to communicate, which is an increasingly hot topic. The audience members are typically between the early 20s and late 50s, and I am increasingly surprised and heartwarmed by the range of stories from people in the audience that come along and share their experiences with technologies. Participants are generally between early 20s and early 50s. They're people who are looking for a personal engagement in performance and who want a safe sense of participation where they can either sit back and enjoy or speak up and be part of the project if they want to. I've got some fun ideas for foyer activation and a bunch of content that can be used in social media and in other forms of marketing, including segments previously on Text Roulette, which showcase stories that have previously happened on the show. I can run workshops for your audiences and for your community of artists around performance, one-on-one engagements, and writing. And so that we're all in the same boat together, let's play a game right now. Please take out your phones because it's time to play Text Roulette for Reels. There's two ways you can play this game. You can play with a stranger or you can play with a friend. If you'd like to play with a stranger, please open up your messaging service and type in 04 and then 8 other letters, just any other letters. If you'd like to play with a friend, please go through your contact lists and find someone who you haven't spoken to in a little while. You haven't fallen out with them, but you just have fallen out of contact. You don't have to send this word for word, but the key is to send something that's friendly, non-threatening, and isn't going to make someone want to call the cops. Something that if you received, you'd feel a little boost and maybe respond back with a thanks. And here's one that I just prepared earlier with my friend Jane. Thanks for playing with me. I hope to play with you in person very soon.